Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Dash. They belong to the apostles and else great millstone for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to the hope like of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the Father, name Shibu, Hashem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back on the lesson, and I see what's entitled. Going to be going to another M.O.T.B update. Here you see the foundation, the infrastructure being laid out, all in order to usher in and bring about this B system, which we ran through that M.O.T.B, which is the RFID CHIP. And as you're about to see, they are slowly conditioning and preparing the masses for this charagma. And it's crystal clear. As you already see the various steps that they have been taken, however, you pretty much see everything moving towards a digitized system. Dealing with more self-checkouts being implemented within supermarket stores. Digital IDs are now heavily becoming a thing, as you're going to see right here within this video. A few other examples done with Amazon One, where you're able to pay with the palm of your hand, and a few other examples which you see over there in China. Soon coming to Babylon, where you're able to pay and buy things just scanning your face. And which I remember posting one of the videos, but it was called a short, where you had this Mobite, scan his face in order to access a certain part of a park. And same thing dealing with, I believe it was Amazon One. If not, it was something similar, where they pretty much blocked off a certain part of the store, to where if you wanted to access that part, you needed to scan the palm of your hand. So they're slowly conditioning and preparing for this B system. So as you're seeing various steps dealing with the Neuralink, you're seeing, what was it called? The little supermarkets, pretty much locking goods behind the ID scanner. To if you want to open that door, then you'll get yourself a drink. You just scan and show your ID. So you're seeing the steps. I was laying out many examples that you are seeing today. As you can see, another one right here. So let's get this out the way, get a couple scriptures, and that'll be the point.
Guys, breaking news, it's actually happening. So every adult in the UK will now be required to have a new government-issued digital ID. Why, you may ask? Well, apparently immigration is the reason. So this announcement is supposed to be made official tomorrow by Keir Starmer, and anyone starting a new...
And that will be one way for them to, keep track, tabs on people. With how many people are in a particular city or state where people are located. And soon coming, also to the M.O.T.B, which is what they're going to want everyone to be under and have. That total control.
Job in the UK will be soon required to present that digital ID. Now, this is all...
And a soon is going to be that micro CHIP.
Because it's said to be helping illegal immigration, because those digital IDs would then be automatically checked against a central database that will see if you are legally allowed to work in the UK or not. Now, it probably should be noted that this has been a talking point in the UK for many years, but no government before has done this. One, because of massive public hesitancy around digital IDs, but also because of the big questions of whether this would even help the problem it's intended to help in the first place. There's also a lot of other concerns about privacy, about civil liberties, about potential cyber attacks, having access to all of that data. And then also the big question is that if it doesn't have the intended effect that it does, so it doesn't drop that UK small boat crisis, then will it be abolished? Will it be taken away? And if not, then why? So,
leading up to the M.O.T.B, that's the why. The conditioning. Slowly getting you used, to these different types of systems. As I made that point, they're pretty much seeing everything moving towards a digitized system, a digitized route. Especially a digitized currency. You're seeing this economy, collapsing as we speak. The dollar constantly losing its value. You're seeing the BRICS, these other nations, leaving the dollar behind. So, people are going to be looking for a bigger and better thing, which is going to be that M.O.T.B. Now, Revelation 13, 16 to 17, one of the main scriptures that you should especially know by now already, And it says, and he called to both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You all see in the Neuralink, Elon Musk is heavily, pushing for. Other companies pretty much following suit, creating similar things. In verse 17, main point, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name, beast with the number of his name, very soon you won't be able to buy nor sell without it. And you won't be able to live a so-called normal life without it. This is why you end up having a lot of Israelites, buckling under that pressure and giving in and taking that M.O.T.B, which we're warning you to spend probably how much to stay far away from. Because as you can especially get in Revelation 14, 9 through 10, it goes into the judgment that you will receive if you take it. And you're going to have many people be deceived and tempted into line up to take this thing. But the 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, it says, lest Satan shall get advantage of us, for we are ignorant of his device. And we see what the devil's playing at and what this is ultimately leading up to. And you see with that video we just played, he said something to the effect of, this doesn't work out, then why was it implemented? I forgot the exact thing he said, but he said, what would be the why? This is the why. When they're preparing you for this M.O.T.B, you're seeing the conditioning and how they're preparing you for what's in this beast system. Isaiah 10:1 says, woe unto the decree and writes decrees and right agreements which they have prescribed, going to draconian like laws. That word draconian, going to harsh, strict. Because you're most definitely going to see checkpoints being held to where if you want to enter a city, state, you're going to show your, charagma, which is going to have everything about you. Your ID, your bank info, your medical history, all these different things. And people are going to see the convenience in that. But there's also another good chapter here is Isaiah 10:20. So it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and citizens are escaped the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. You will have Jake, raise these unfaithful questions. How are we going to survive? How are we going to eat? What are we going to do? This and that. Well, this right here says, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, the Holy One of Israel. In truth, we're going to be relying upon our power, putting our faith and trust in the Lord and Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai to take care of us, to protect us. As you can also get throughout various other scriptures furthering that point. Excuse me. Now I got two more scriptures, and like it's quick hit through spirit. Another update regarding this M.O.T.B. They have that saying, all roads lead to the M.O.T.B, and this is most definitely leading up to that. You're seeing more steps being taken towards that direction, and we're warning you to probably how much to stay far away from it. Now, the Revelation 2:10 says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that you may be tried. And you have tribulation 10 days, going a certain period of time, and says, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So there is a reward, a prize waiting for the end of that finish line. But further going to show that this is not going to be no walk in the park. We're going to be tried, we're going to be tested, we're going to be persecuted for especially not bowing down to the beast system. For not taking that M.O.T.B, for example, you saw back in the year 2020, dealing with that concoction that was heavily pushed. People look at you like you're crazy for not wanting to take that. And look what happening. The prophets were right once again. Matter of fact, you have this devil. This came out the own horse's mouth, saying that there's many side pause effects, which I'm just trying to spread that out. And then the various problems that came with it. How many people end up being taken out from it. But it says Revelation 3:10, says, because thou hast kept one of my patience, I also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try and dwell upon the earth. So, the Lord can give us the strength and the spirit that we need in order to endure these coming times, to especially not bow down to this beast system, or not take that charagma. So that's pretty much the point. Just want to go into these digital IDs that you're heavily now seeing being pushed. Because, for example, you see at Costco, and they also have a membership program where you pretty much used to actually show a physical membership card, if I'm correct. But you see how they pretty much done away with that now. It's all digital now. So you're seeing the direction. If you have the eyes to see. But the point was made, the Lord was edifying. To close out, give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Kakadash, and Shalom, Lord's will.